Good morning, everybody. Coffee? That didn't go as planned. All right, here we are. What is it? May 2nd. It's the first day of May. And Coffee with Todd is underway. Everything that I say rhymes today. Yay. Good morning, everybody. It's Coffee with Todd. Oh, yeah. So I'm using a brand new system this morning. We're going to see how it works. So far, so good. Knock on wood. See, look at me rhyming again. Look at me rhyming. This is different. It's a little different than normal, but we're live. I think everything's working. Let's pour ourselves a cup of coffee, and we'll get rolling. There he is. Good morning, David. Brand new system today, everybody. So it's going to look a little different. Hopefully, it looks a little more professional. Let's see. We've got some guests coming on the show this morning, backed by popular demand. Emily and Lynn are going to be here on Coffee with Todd singing some songs for us and chatting and seeing what's going on or what's been going on. So, and I'll tell you who the guest is next week, and you'll notice some new fancy graphics. Oh man, Coffee with Todd, we're entering the stratosphere. Let's see how this goes. Okay.
I was going to joke and say, let's see if our coffee pot continues with that stratosphere.
Yeah.
We might have to update that.
We're going to be buying a new coffee pot. This thing, that wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Now, but that was better than it had.
It dribbled a little bit. But it still makes good coffee, and that's all that's important. All right, everybody. So good morning. Grab yourself a cup of coffee. I will be your Todd, and Coffee with Todd starts right now. There we go. Just like that. Coffee with Todd has started for May 2nd. I didn't look at the temperature, but we're going to have our weather lady give us the weather forecast this morning.
According to my app on iPhone, it says Orleans is mostly sunny and 50 degrees right now.
50 degrees.
High of 59.
Wow, it's going to be a warm one today. Sunshine. Good morning, David. Lindy, good morning. Good morning, Marie.
Sunshine anytime.
Absolutely. Good morning, William. Thanks for tuning in. Dad and Lindy are at the, here, I'm going to show you part of my new, if you notice, Coffee with Todd might look a little different this morning. We got a new system going on. Look at this. We'll bring up a comment. There we go. That's my stepmother. They're at the Smoky Mountain Visitor Center. and probably won't have a good enough signal to watch the show, but wanted to say that they love us, so we love you too. And look at that, folks. Now, with this new system I have, if you write a comment that's dumb, I can put it on the screen. Yes. Yes, the world has stayed the same, David. I've spilled my coffee once again, but not as bad as normal. Let's see what happens here. Just a little dribbles. Just some little dribbles here this morning. All right, let's sing a song. On the show this morning, we have returning to the Coffee with Todd stage, Emily and Lynn. They were our very first guest here on Coffee with Todd. Was that back in September?
I think so.
October? Something like that. I think it might have been, well, we'll see. But anyway, they're going to be joining us again. That's going to be so much fun next week from North Carolina. Wes Collins is going to be calling in. He's a singer-songwriter from down there. We saw him play at Falcon Ridge a couple years ago, and that's going to be super cool to see Wes as well. So, yeah. Hey, as usual, if you would like to help support the show, you can send a donation in to these links. Oh no, they're over here now. These links right here. PayPal or Venmo. Tips are appreciated. They're not required, but any little bit helps us pay the incurring costs and fees of streaming to the Ethernet and among the world. I just paid our internet bill last night, right before midnight, because it was due on the 3rd. Wait, is today the 2nd?
Yes.
Oh, I paid it a day early?
Yes, a good idea.
No, I like to pay things right. I like to pay things right in the nick of time. I like to pay things 4 minutes before.
And there's no story.
That's true. So, a little debate going on at the house here. So, yesterday, Danielle and I were picking up sticks, and Danielle was all excited to sit out on the porch and enjoy the sun, except it was real cold yesterday. And so she sat out back in a chair, and when the sun moved and the shadows started creeping in, she just moved further out. So by the end of the afternoon, Danielle was almost sitting on the backyard of the neighbors.
I had to add more layers as I kept moving.
Yeah, she kept adding layers.
Gloves.
So she's out there trying to relax in the sunshine. I'm out there pulling burdocks out. Every year, these burdocks come, and I pull them right out by the root because it's still, moist enough that I can do that. And they get stuck all over me, and it's crazy. Hey, good morning, Alan. Hey, that's completely fine. You don't need to have coffee. Chocolate milk works just as well.
Yum.
In fact, I think Danielle would like some chocolate milk. It sounds like.
Chocolate milk's always good.
Yeah.
Put orange juice in your cup. Orange juice in your
Orange juice in your Coke?
No, in your mug.
In your mug. Oh.
Whoa.
I was going to say.
No.
I was going to say.
I almost said in your Coffee with Todd mug, and then I just said mug, so you might maybe I didn't.
I remember one time my mother was talking about Orange Julius. Like she had gone to one when she went traveling or something, because obviously there are no Orange Julius around here. And she was like, oh, if you just put orange juice in milk, it's like having an orange. I think she called it an Orange Julius. And I tried it, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life.
What's it? It's supposed to be like a creamsicle type of a thing or something?
I think so.
Huh.
I think so. I'm going to play some harmonica this morning. just realized that I put on this harmonica holder, and now I can't take a sip of coffee. All right, let me sing a song, and then we're going to get our guests on. This is a song that I wrote called Shingles. I'll explain the whole song afterwards. Well, I write this song to ease my troubled mind. Ain't that what good folk singers do? And I don't expect you to hang on every word. I just hope that you will give a listen through. Folks look defeated as they slowly cross the street. Heading to the office from their cars. Well, you can see it in their posture and the bags below their eyes, longing to be anywhere but where they are. And the winds of change are blowing around. That old wind blew right through town. Yeah, the winds of change are blowing around. That old wind blew the shingles right off of my house. True story. Well, every night about midnight I fix myself a snack, but there ain't many victuals lying round. Oh, Mother Hubbard, I got nothing in my cupboard but this dented can of lentils that I found. And the winds of change are blowing around. That old wind blew right through town. Yeah, the winds of change are blowing around. That old wind blew the shingles right off of my house. Harmonica solo. I quit the bottle about 7 years ago. I left behind headaches and regrets, but I'm still living dangerously with caffeine, sex, and cigarettes. Yeah, the winds of change are blowing around. That old wind blew right through town. Yeah, the winds of change are blowing around. That old wind blew the shingles right off of my house. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord? By and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Good morning, Bubba. How's it going? All right. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to everybody. Good morning, Trisha. Thank you so much. Yeah, David. OJ and milk. Isn't that disgusting? Maybe it's good. I don't know. Oh, come on, Strap. Maybe. Who knows? All right. Oh, thanks, Alan. Yeah, I wrote that song. I was sitting on my back porch where Danielle likes to try to stay warm. And we needed to replace the shingles on our house, like something awful. Like for 2 or 3 years, you'd come home and there'd just be shingles in the driveway. There'd be shingles in the front lawn. There'd be shingles in the back lawn. There was probably shingles in the neighbor's lawn as well. And well, that ain't cool. We can't do that. So I'm sitting there. I came up with the melody and I came up with the little chord structure, and shingles are just. So that's how I came up with the idea for the song. Now, obviously, it's not an autobiographical song by any means, but that's the song. Thank you so much, Leslie. Oh man, we got so many people watching this morning. That means I'm really excited. Actually, before I bring our guests on, I have a question to ask all of you, and just leave it in the comments because I'm really trying to figure out when is the proper time to start mowing your lawn. Because see, the lawn's pretty long, right? Well, it's probably like this. Now, I don't want to mow the lawn yet because I don't want to be the first one on the block to mow the lawn and then get all my neighbors mad at me because now they have to mow their lawns to keep up with me. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. However, it needs to be mowed, and I know it's a little too wet right now, but somebody was mowing their lawn this morning at 7:30 nearby, and I can't imagine that worked out so good for the underside of the mower. But Jared says, that's a very calculated guess, Jared. When the grass is 1.34 centimeters. That's. Do we have a ruler? We could go out and measure the grass. 1.34 centimeters seems awful short, doesn't it?
That's after you mow.
That seems like what a putting green would be at a.
We gonna have miniature golf out back?
Mow it. It's Michelle. That's great. That's true. Cut it on the tall side. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably time to do it. I don't want to. Good morning, Maxine. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, I see Jared's point here. He says if we cut it short like a golf course, it'll look like a golf course. Yes. When the dandelions appear. Oh. Interesting. We've got dandelions around the perimeter of the house, but we don't got any dandelions. Yeah, I don't know. We woke up this morning, though, and Danielle's like, somebody's mowing their lawn. It was like 7:30. Like, what? Wait a minute. Even I know that the grass is too wet to mow at 7:30 in the morning, but I don't know. I guess I was waiting for you guys to tell me I didn't have to mow it until June because I really don't want to mow it, but... Colleen. Yes, I like Colleen's answer. Wait, because the bees are eating. Dandelions are out.
Yes, I have seen the bees out back too.
That's all I needed to hear.
I really have seen some out back though.
Some dandelions?
Well, no, the bees.
Oh, yeah.
Good size ones.
Good sized bees.
Good size bees.
That means honey.
Yum.
Yeah. All right, let's bring our guests on here after all this craziness. Real quick, this is a good one. Peter Dunbar, like a leaky roof. The wife asked her husband to patch it, and he said, it's raining out. The next day, it was sunny, and she asked him again, and he says, why? It's not leaking today. Yeah. All right, so we have a brand new system here on Coffee with Todd. So if you notice, some of the graphics are different. This is the first time I've brought on a guest through this brand new system. We've got our fingers crossed that it is going to work. I am confident it's going to work. Like a politician, I will look you right in the eye and say, this will be perfect. And even if it isn't, I won't admit it. I know how these things work. All right, oh, dripping. All right, let's bring our guests on. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to Coffee with Todd stage, virtually via the internet, is Emily and Lynn. I hear them. That's a good sign. How are you this morning?
Hello.
Hello.
Success.
All right.
With
We
this
did
new
it.
system. Look how fancy we are on Coffee with Todd now.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, we've got overlays, and we can bring up comments, and we can bring you guys in, and behind us there's this nice little scene of coffee. How are you all doing?
Good.
Good.
Good. It's just for you, Todd, and for everybody out there in virtual land. We got up early and
Right.
tried to get the
Got
hairdo.
motivated.
Of course, as soon as we got the hairdos going, then I said, "Oh, Lynn, you have to put on these headphones." And she said,
Oh.
"Great.
There goes the
hairdo."
Yeah, this new system kind of requires. I got these discreet little earbuds, like a news announcer, I guess. That is one thing, though. That's funny about the timing of this show is, statistically, musicians aren't early risers. That's not
Right.
the case with all of them, but but even if you are an early riser, singing at 9 o'clock in the morning is not ideal. But what are we gonna do?
That's
Right.
the way it is.
That's the way
It
it is.
started now.
Here we are.
So-
No backing out now.
So what have you been up to? We haven't talked probably. We've emailed back and forth quite a bit, but
Yeah.
the last time you came on the show was either September or October. What's been going on since?
Oh my gosh. I
Same
don't-
as everybody else.
Yeah, sort of a little bit of a holding pattern, but
Holding pattern.
we got community college online has been great, so we stay connected that way to our music students, and I've been able to do some private lessons with Zoom, so I've enjoyed that, and little by little everybody's getting immunized, and so it's going to be safer every day. I think is safer for everyone, and that's good. I think. So, we get the light at the end of the tunnel, however you want to look at it. But I think we're on the road to recovery, and that's really important. So,
So yeah.
Are you? Now, college is not doing any in-person stuff like at CCV, right?
We're not so sure what's happening in Newport, but we're totally online.
Yeah.
So it's been not much different from what we were doing before. But we were thinking that was the last time we saw you when you were doing the
yeah.
the little filming over at CCB. The next day, everything shut down.
yeah, that was March.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we were
It was
making dinner
right.
plans and this and that.
Yeah.
And boom.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I came
that
in
was
and
it.
talked to the class,
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yep,
and then I was gonna
Guitar
come
class.
back and sing
Yeah.
for them or something, and
yeah.
And-
Yeah, we had the midterm performance planned. Everybody was geared up for that, and then within a couple of days, we got the message that all the on-site classes stop. That was it. So I did the rest of the semester online. The students did the best they could to adapt, and I gave them what I could online, and so we kept it going. I mean, people just did what they could to adjust in many ways, and but we're
And-
grateful for health. We are.
yeah, and grateful for technology too. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen each other more over Zoom or something. Than
I think
than
you're
we have
right.
in
I think
person.
we have seen each other more.
Yeah.
That's
Speaking of that, though, I want to say while we're on air that as soon as it's safe, there's so many harmonies I'd like to add to your songs, Todd. So I
Yeah.
hope that when it's safe, I can head on down to your place, and even if we have to use a mixer and put a mic in the other room, so that I
Yeah.
can sing without a mask. I think we could do it, and I don't know. Folks can let you know in their little chat if if that's something that they would look forward to. But
We
we'll,
can
we'll
be
figure it out.
Yeah.
in
I think we could
Poison.
the other thing we have. I think I was telling you guys we did a little sound check on Friday afternoon. I have a really long Ethernet cable, and then if it goes out my back window, it gets onto my porch. So there's a
That would be
possibility
great.
when it's warm enough, we could even do coffee with Todd from the porch.
Ooh, yeah.
The only catch
Yeah.
is it's going to be at least 65 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning before that will really happen because poor
the hands-
Danielle is
that
already
may be a
in-
while.
Yeah, Danielle's still in her flannel PJs and her LL Bean fleece on the couch wrapped up in a blanket.
Oh,
Oh,
She's not ready yet to go outside this early, but
nah.
do you think you have any shows planned for this summer? I know you guys did an outdoor show last year at a fantastic place in Holland, I believe it was. I get
Right.
confused once we get on those back roads. It's just other Vermont.
Right. It's Mead Hill Farm.
yeah.
Mead Hill Farm. Yeah, we are going to be back there, and I think we don't have a date yet, but Jane Castle is excited about getting us to say, "Yep, it's that date, and we're just going to do it." And
Yeah.
I think there'll be more than one.
Yeah, and it was
So-
we really we enjoyed doing that for the food shelf. You know, to have people show up with bags
Yep,
of food,
admission
fill
just
up a
to-
car.
Food for the food shelf.
Yeah, so I think any kind of charitable things that we can, we can help out with the performance. It really made it very meaningful, and and I know we should talk with you some more about that because you've done some of those kind of things too on a much larger scale than we did. So we should talk. We should. You're like, oh no, but
Well, the
certainly
only
if you
problem
just,
with the oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
It's
off.
right. No, go ahead.
The only problem with the larger scale is it might not happen. It's hard to do right now because you can't
Right.
get
Still.
the
Yeah.
last.
It's still
food
a
shelf
pandemic.
benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last food shelf benefit we did in 2019 probably had 700 people all.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a nightmare now, but
Oh.
we really need. Hopefully, we can get back to that soon because I think we all need that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if we're outside, good weather, gosh, when I meant larger scale, we had 20 people and it was limited to invitation only. So I have a feeling it could be larger than that
At least
now.
larger than that, and a lot of it can be outdoors.
Yeah.
So up
Yeah.
there's the fields. We've talked about, setting up in the barn, but having the people in the field.
Yeah,
So-
but
Yeah.
we'll talk some more about it, and I'm glad that you asked about that. And there's some
Yeah.
other options that we have starting to come up, but what we've been doing is playing it by ear, for
Sort
lack of a better
It's a good
phrase. But I
song for
think,
you.
yeah, which is good because we want people to feel safe. We want it to be the right time, and the right place for people, and with lots of options, for distance. So yeah, we'll keep you posted on that, and
I would
I don't
love
think.
to play
yeah.
there. That would be so much fun.
Well, we'll talk to you about
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yes, I think that'd be
That's
great.
gonna happen.
Hey,
I want to
I
hear
got
you guys sing, but
Yeah.
before we do that, as you know, I've hooked up with a company called Prolix Music, and we're gonna put their logo up there right now.
Oh,
And
boy.
I'm having people send in pictures of themselves with their guitar, their acoustic guitar, and to win one of these cool humidifiers. And I was wondering, do you know who this is by any chance? Who's that? Because this person sent me in. This person sent me in a picture, and she looked kind of familiar. That's Emily, I do believe.
Yeah, I worked all summer to save up money to buy that guitar in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and babysitting at it was $2 an hour then takes you a while, but and then my dad took me to the store and I looked at the different guitars that I could afford, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna pitch in because I want you to get this fancier one, So that's my Takamine. It's a nylon string guitar. I still have it. One of these times I'll bring it out. Yeah.
Wow.
And I started learning when I was 12, and I just never put it down. So, I don't know, when you hear musicians say guitar saved my life, and you're like, yeah, sure. Well,
They do.
they do. Guitars save lives. And so I'm glad I still have that, because there are lots of great memories in that guitar, you know. So,
And
so did I win?
Yes, look what you have. Look what I have for you right here. You're the only one that sent a picture this week, so not only are you the guest, but you also. These things are really, really cool. I don't know what the humidity situation is for you, but like my house gets down to like about 20% humidity in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these things are a lifesaver, because you just fill the water line. Well, let me make myself bigger here. There's a line right here, and you fill the water in, and then you stick this thing in for 20 minutes. It might be 25. It comes with instructions, and it absorbs up the water, and then you wipe it off, and it doesn't leak or anything. And you can put it in your guitar. I put it in my case. And then you just shut the case and keep track of it, and it just slowly admits humidity into the guitar and prevents them from cracking.
Cool.
It's the coolest solution I've seen so far. So yeah, the folks at Prolix are gonna send it to you.
Wonderful. And then you just refill it then as you need to, probably.
Yeah, and you know what?
Recharge it.
I filled mine almost a month ago, and it's shrunk down quite a bit, but there's still some moisture in it. My guitars are still at about 48%, so I haven't even refilled it.
Nice.
It's
nice.
amazing. It's been at least 3 weeks. It could have been more. Where some of the other humidifiers that I've used, like every 2-3 days, you have to put more water in them.
And it's
So
scary.
you got one coming.
Yeah, that's good, because it holds on to the water. You don't have to worry about dripping it onto your guitar. So, hey, I picked out a song for this morning.
Okay.
That I played at the pub in Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts, when I was 17, which was just a few years back. I learned, just a few. Yeah. So, and I learned this from the old guys who were there in their 30s. There were old guys there in their 30s. That it was in the late 70s. Anyway, I hope you did all the math. But this is one of my favorite songs. It's a Chris Christopherson song, but it was actually, I think, made famous by Johnny Cash.
But you can do it alone.
So I'm going to do this myself. Lynn is just going to hang out.
Don't forget to take my headphones off.
And I'm going to take my headphones off, right?
All right, I'm going to give the stage to you.
Okay.
Do I take mine off too? No.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. And I brushed my teeth and combed my hair and stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. Well, I smoked my brain the night before on cigarettes and songs that I was picking. And I lit my first and watched a small kid who was cussing at a can that he was kicking. Then I crossed the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something I lost somewhere, somehow along the way. on the sleeping city sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as sound on a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school and I listened to the songs that they were singing. Then I headed back for home, and somewhere far away a lonely bell was ringing, and it echoed through the canyons like the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On the sleeping city sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound on a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down.
Yay.
Yay.
Danielle's clapping over there.
Oh, good. Thank you, Danielle.
Got some people saying hi to you guys.
Yeah,
Pat Notes
good.
says hi, Emily and
Okay.
Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
Lucy says good morning.
Oh,
to
Lynn. Hi,
all.
Lynn. Lynn to Lynn.
Lynn to Lynn. Yeah.
Says what a beautiful song. That is a beautiful song, Miss Christopherson.
Thought it was perfect for Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Do you have another one?
Oh.
I'm ready to hear another song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So microphone placement, all that's good.
Yeah, that sounded great. There was a good mix between the guitar and the vocal.
Oh, good.
Okay. Good. All right, headphone off.
Oh, gosh. All the technology.
I know it.
Technology.
Whoops, I hit the wrong
Phone on
button.
the floor.
This is the right button.
Okay.
There we go.
Come, talk of all the things we did today. Here, laugh about our funny little ways while we have a few minutes to breathe. And I know that it's time you must leave, but darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdle. having you to talk to. And now, a quarter of my life is almost spent. I think I've come to see myself at last, and I see that the time spent confused was the time that I spent without you, and I feel myself in bloom. But darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdle. My darling, be home soon. It's not just these few hours that I've been waiting since you toddled. For the great relief of having you to talk to. Go and beat your crazy head against the sky. Try and see beyond the houses and your eyes. It's okay to shoot the moon. Oh, but darling, be home soon. I couldn't bear to wait an extra minute if you dawdle. My darling, be home soon. It's not just these few hours that I've been waiting since you toddled. For the great relief of having you to talk to.
All right, what am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
There we go.
You're hiding. Ah,
Are you there?
Hey,
there you
I
are.
don't know how to do any of this stuff. There's so many different things that I could do with this new system. Like I didn't even do this, but I can. Where is it? I can have your names come up. Huh?
I know. I forgot
yeah,
to type in the
see
name.
that.
So
That's
yeah.
okay. I don't really like that feature. I feel like people don't need to see our names.
They know who we
Oh,
are.
Should I tell them what? Should I tell them
What
my
happened
name
yesterday?
Came up as on Friday.
Yeah, that was
So-
You can.
This is kind of juvenile, but it's hilarious. So we did a test because this is a brand new system. We didn't know how it was going to work. So Friday afternoon, I believe, we came on and we didn't go live, but we talked to each other. And I hit the participant's name, and mine came up as Farts.
Who knows?
And I couldn't figure out how to change it. So it said Emily and Farts.
Right.
Oh, and
I
that's how
told you it
can
was that
tell.
junior high connection.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
You
right.
know.
You know how they
Right.
say that boys develop slower than girls?
Yeah.
I'm still not fully developed
I
yet.
know. That's what happens. It's true.
Well, here's the thing. You know, immaturity can keep you young. So
See, that's the thing.
Oh yes.
that's what I tell people. You know, when I have those immature moments, I say, "Hey, I'm just trying to stay young."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
was
uh,
trying.
I feel young, but I'm starting to like,
Yeah, I
you
see
know,
that.
some grays are starting to come up, and
Oh, wisdom. That's wisdom, Todd.
that's what I
Oh
heard.
yes.
Yeah, and you
What?
hear that from. We wouldn't steer you wrong on that. You know, the guidance people.
Right.
Wisdom.
That's right.
And-
Actually,
and
I think we talked about this last time you were on, but for
Yeah.
people that are tuning in that don't know Emily and Lynn, I've known them since at least junior high because both of them at some point were my guidance counselor.
Right.
Yes.
It was Emily in junior high, and actually Lynn was my art teacher for 1 year.
Right.
For,
Yes.
Before
Right.
you went to the high school.
Then we moved on to the high school together, probably.
I think,
You guys, yeah. And I stayed in junior high. See.
Yeah. You,
Wrote for
you didn't
me.
develop as quickly
It
as
happened.
Lynn and I
No.
did. But it's really cool because
Yeah, it is.
you know, I hadn't even really started playing music at all back then. I was mostly into the visual arts, but
Right.
I know that and Lynn, you hadn't really started playing music at that point either.
No, I hadn't. No.
No. Actually,
This
let's
is
talk about
much
that
later.
because Emily's been playing since she just said earlier, like 12 years old or something. How did?
Well, what I did was I took her guitar class several times at CCV.
CCV.
Yeah.
And she took my art classes, so it was great. And that's kind of when I really started to play.
Neat.
Yeah, and I don't remember the first thing I like. Somehow I figured out how to ease her into this performing thing. A few times she said, "How come I'm doing this?" You know, right before
Right.
you start, she's like, "Why did I say I would do this?"
Why did I say I would do this? You're right.
Is it like stage fright or?
It's just like it's not as comfortable as she is. You know, it's a little more work for me, I guess.
Yeah, so I try to keep myself humble by challenging myself with new songs. You know, we do that.
And we did a lot of writing.
Yeah, yeah,
So I participated in the writing a lot, and I don't
yeah,
know, just developed from there. It kind of evolved. It wasn't really planned, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you wrote a lot of the lyrics for some of the. Well, I don't. Maybe you still do, but that was your first array into
Right.
songwriting, right?
it was all originals. Yeah.
Well, yeah, she when I met her, you know, I was going for I had to get my certification for guidance, and I needed the experience at different levels, and so I was working at the high school actually on a waiver, and so they said, well, you know, you need some junior high and elementary experience. So I went to the junior high, and I met Lynn and met with some students there, and got my experience at that level, and in talking with Lynn, I realized she was a published poet. And she said, "Yeah, I've got a lot of poetry." And the next time I saw her, she brought in a binder of poems and said, "Well, you know, go ahead, take a look." And I took them home, and I sat down with them, and next thing you know, I was using them as lyrics for songs. So, and then I went back to junior high and shared them, and Lynn was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I hope this is okay, you know, because you're using someone else's writing." But that's how it began. So, like our first one album. Those are all poems that Lynn wrote, and I just tweaked them a little bit to make them work for the song structure. But after that, when we started to do more writing, we got into writing together, and that's when Lynn picked up a guitar and said, "I think you should try this chord progression for the next song." And so then I wasn't like strictly the music person, you know, the composition person, and I started writing some lyrics in places. Like I'd say, "Well, I got the verses from you, but I think this will work as a chorus." And so now it's more of a collaborative thing, you know, where Lynn makes suggestions on the composition part, and I make suggestions on the writing, the lyrics. And then we've been able to do some workshops. I hope we get to do that again within this next year, you know, going into elementary schools and also with some adults.
Yeah, so we've done that before, and we'd
The
like
whole
to do
summer.
that again.
Yeah, it's so fun. And gosh, Todd, we could involve you in that if
Yes,
you're
we
interested.
could.
You know, as another songwriter, because we all have different strategies that we use. You know,
Yeah, that's
for
one
writing.
of my favorite things about talking to other songwriters is like how they write songs, because I think we all do it fairly similar, but nobody does it exactly the same.
And sometimes, you know, a song just shows up, and you have to quickly write it down, record it, do everything you can, right? Because with the wisdom, gray hairs, and 10 other things
What
happening.
was that I said?
Yeah, what was it? I know it was great, but I don't remember what it was.
Write that
I
down
started
quick.
writing 3 songs this week that I forgot already.
Oh, gotta write them down.
Oh, all the time we're always saying, "Oh, that'd be a good song. That's a good line," you know, and then it just disappears.
I put in my notes in my phone, there's a notes thing, and I write down 1 line, 2 line all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
It's great, except sometimes, like, if you want to find that line, you just have to scroll forever. So I really try to keep a journal too, but I'm just not organized enough for that stuff.
Well, you know what'll be really cool if we find ourselves at a workshop together that's a
Yeah.
songwriting thing where we could be in a group, or we could take the time. There's usually downtime during those workshops, and we could get together because I know you're working on tweaking a song a little bit.
Yeah, I've been tweaking
And,
it for months. now.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'd like to just hand you one that I've got 3 different versions of from the last 3 years, and say, here, do something with it. So-
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool too for people that aren't songwriters themselves that are watching. Like I wrote a song last spring, about a year ago, I guess, and Emily and Lynn covered it at their show in Holland.
That
And
was
since
fun.
then, I've retweaked the lyrics. I've run them by another friend of mine who's actually producing my album that we were in the middle of recording before COVID hit. So hopefully we can get back to that soon too. And then I sent the lyrics to Emily and Lynn too, and I was like, well, this is kind of like, so songs don't always just like come out done. Like this is going on a year, but other input from other writers is such a invaluable thing
Right.
because it's always it's always great when I don't spill my coffee. It's always great when you can just write a song in 5 minutes and it's a great song. That happens sometimes,
Yeah.
and
It
those
does.
tend to be the best. But sometimes you got to work for them, but they come out even better. I feel like.
Oh, yeah, and I like the songwriting process. I don't know that I would if I had like a record contract and I had to, crank them out. That would be a whole different thing. But being able to just take the time, let it simmer a little bit, and then Lynn will tell you, I like disappear for hours at a time if I'm really into working on a song because I just kind of live and breathe it for a little while.
Right.
And but I like the process, and what I really like is when we have a chance to coach people, teach some of the strategies that can be used, and then somebody says, well, here's a poem I wrote, and if it sometimes it works, I can just take it and I find a chord progression. I say, well, here's an idea, and the next thing you know, somebody who's done some writing is so thrilled to hear it sung. It's really magic for people who just done the writing, but they haven't put it to music yet, to hear the possibilities,
Right.
So, we have an
that's
original song. Do we have time?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to do one more song, one more original, and then
Okay.
we'll wrap it up.
Come on forward.
Let me give you guys the full stage.
Okay, take the headphones off. We're just going to double check that we're matching each other tune-wise. Okay. And this was a song that was an assignment, and we helped out the high school because they were doing a performance of this play called Home Fires, and they needed the main song to be written. So we read the Home Fire, wrote this song. So sometimes it's good to have an assignment. All right, I'm ready.
When you sing, I'll start.
Okay. Give me a dream where I live to grow old and fathers return to protect us from the cold. And living in peace is free. Give me a dream where I live to grow old and lovers return and I have someone to hold, someone to care for me, someone to run through my dreams with me when the night is cold and I cannot see and the war is on the doorstep of our lives. And patient ladies try to survive. The sons have died, mothers have cried, and we all long for our brothers to come home. Give me a dream where I live to grow old and fathers return living in peace is free. Give me a dream where I live to grow old and lovers return, and I have someone to hold, someone to care for me. Look up to a sky that is wide, I reach for you, you're by my side. I am the lucky one, there is no pain. We can run through a warm September rain and greet the homecoming train. Oh, to be in a peaceful world of certainty with my beloved next to me. These are my hopes and my dreams. These are my hopes and my dreams. Without them, I'll come apart at the seams. So give me a dream where I live to grow old and fathers return to protect us from the cold, and living in peace is free. Give me a dream where I live to grow old and lovers return, and I have someone to hold, someone to care for me. Give me a dream. Give me a dream. Give me a dream. Give me a dream.
Yay. That's beautiful.
Oh, thank
Did
you.
you say that? Did you say that was a new one?
It's original.
Oh,
No.
no, we haven't.
Oh,
You know, we
original.
haven't played it out in a long time, and like I said, it was one of those things where we had to read the story and write from the point of view of a 17-year-old boy
Right.
who his friends and the adults in his life were going off to war. It was in the 40s, and his mother ran a boarding house.
Right, he was living in a boarding house and he was ill.
Yeah.
And he couldn't go. And that's what this was from his point of view. In the play, there was a high school kid that played, like he was playing the piano and singing the song, and then they played the song. So it was kind of cool. It was 2002 because I had it written down here.
Yeah.
It was kind of a collaboration with Sherry Skirtle.
Yeah, and it was written on
Yeah.
the piano, and actually we did
It
put
was on
this
the piano,
arrangement
yeah.
is new, because the original song was written on the piano. So we did, these things where I'm capoing one place and Lynn's capoing another, and we're playing different patterns, and it gives it. Sometimes you have to do that. Like if you have a recording of something that's piano based, and you want to do a live play of it, we have to do kind of a rewrite on some of the arrangement stuff. But
Right.
but it's really neat when it comes together. And original music, I encourage everybody, just try it, because it's so fun to just, you're in charge. You do whatever you want with it. Have some fun. But if you come up with something you really like, write it down, record it, do whatever you need to remember it, because you're going to want to get right back there, with it. So.
Speaking of that, Alan Davis wrote while we were talking about songwriting, and he's got a whole different approach. So he's thankful for DAW, which is Digital Audio Workstation, like Pro Tools. For my writing process, my songs have become more structured when I can go in and hear and change things. So he's working like right within recording process and changing the song. So there's so many different ways to
Yeah.
do it. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, it's good.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What
so
kind
thanks.
of
I'm glad-
guitars? I'm a dork, so I need to know. I know what Lynn has is a
Oh,
Martin.
Yeah.
But
The
Emily
old
does not
Martin.
have it. Is
I
it a
just-
breed love.
Yeah.
It is
And,
a breed love.
And it's here's the thing that makes this guitar very special is that it's myrtle wood. This is myrtle wood, and if you order a guitar, and you say I just want the myrtle wood one, unless you see a specific picture of the one that you're getting, serial number and all, you don't know what you're getting until you get it. But myrtle wood is really I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
It's
that's beautiful.
there's some very nice, and it's taken a while for it to come into its own. But yeah, it's
got
it's really special.
What is, I've never heard of myrtle wood. I was thinking it was mahogany, but
No.
No, but Lynn's is mahogany.
This one is.
Hers is a Martin, but it's a unique one in that it's all mahogany.
yeah,
Which
because
gives it a really warm sound.
Mine's mahogany, but it has a spruce top on it.
Which gives it brightness, but also warmth.
Yeah.
Yeah, It's the wood is it's a whole thing. I mean, you study study all that.
Oh,
but
I'm reading. I guess the new thing that acoustic guitar makers are loving is walnut.
I have a piano that's
Really?
walnut.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm
think
hoping
about-
sometime I can move this into the other room and do some piano for you guys
piano,
on the
yeah.
grand. Yeah, I think that would be nice.
That would be fun.
I got a
I've
long
got a
wire.
piano here too, but you don't want me to play it. I just use it for writing. Like, I need a note. What is it? Nee, 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 nee. That's it. Nee, 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 nee.
Hey, look. So I'll offer you this in front of everybody.
Okay.
I'd like to swap some guitar lessons. You can give me some ideas on guitar, and I can give you some piano ideas if you'd like.
Okay.
I got a
down
whole
with that.
packet of a whole curriculum, lesson plan and everything that I can give you in PDF.
I would
for,
love that.
piano.
I would love that. We
I
have
think
a
that would be
piano,
fun.
but I only know like I don't know. They
Chords.
call them cowboy chords on guitar. Are they cowboy chords on piano?
No, but I think I can from the point of view of a guitar player, I can show you stuff on the piano, and we could have some fun. Oh my gosh, there might be some songs coming out of that.
I like this. Yeah, and hopefully we can do a show, a couple outdoor shows
Yeah.
or so this summer. That would be super cool.
Go to the second. That would be. Well, I think Mead Hill is a real possibility.
Yeah. Mead Hill.
And I think if we can work something out at your place sometime, maybe we could do one of these kind of shows, but give people some harmonies and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like on the back porch, or of course,
Yeah.
you're vaccinated, right?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm all set.
Fully.
Yeah, I'm
that?
fully out. 2 weeks out from the second shot. I'm really excited about that. But I also have a mixer. You could put me in the other room
Yeah.
on a mic.
I have another camera too. I don't know how long the cord is, so like I could. Yeah.
I'll just bring my bin of cords. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I could be in the driveway. You could be in the.
Right.
Yes, and you
Across
know
the
who can be
street.
running around with the camera.
Danielle will be running around.
There you go. Where'd they go now?
Hey, Danielle, if you want to make sure you don't end up in the picture, you got to be behind the camera, okay?
That's true.
So, unless she wants to see you in your jammies.
Hey, if somebody wants to take piano lessons from you, can they contact you?
Oh, definitely. Yes.
We have
you can,
we have a viewer that's interested.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if they just want like a one shot, and then after a while come back, or if they want something more steady, we can do that.
Cool.
Yeah. You should probably put my email address up there, huh? Or they can get in touch with you,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
can forward
get in
it to
touch with
me?
me because I
Okay.
don't know if I'm smart enough to add my email address. Well, your
Right.
email. I have mine pre-done. So you
All right,
can
yeah.
email me here, and what I can do is
Just
I
forward
can
it
Send
to
it
me.
on.
Yeah.
Send it on.
I'm excited about that. That's
Yeah,
great.
me too.
You want to go?
Cool,
You go to
well-
the second fret. You can. So,
what am I
so how are we doing for time? Have we like used up? Oh my gosh, it's after 10. How did that happen?
Yeah, I know. It's after 10. We're cranking here. If
Yeah,
we
we're
want to
crank-
do if we want to do one more and then I'll
Oh,
go make
we'd love to.
breakfast. Yeah, do one
Breakfast.
more song. And then
Oh,
I'll-
thank you, Todd. And thanks, everybody. Every once in a while, I peek over there and I catch a comment. And I'm so easily distracted, so.
Yeah, I like to I like to have the comments up sometimes, but I do the same thing. Sometimes I'll be playing a song and I'll see a comment that makes me laugh, and then I forget the chord.
Yeah, right.
I know,
Right.
we lose our place.
Yeah, let's do one more song.
Okay, can I hear your G? All right, let's take the headphones off.
Oh yeah, headphones off.
There we go.
Forgot.
This is a song for everybody out there. Because, this is connection. Thank you, everyone. This is connection with everybody this morning. And this is Stand By Me. So you can all be singing at home and clapping and drumming and doing whatever you want. It starts slow, but it'll pick up in a minute. When the night has come, oh, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, oh, stand by me. Oh, oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon, oh, should tumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, oh, stand by me. Oh, oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, oh, stand by me. Oh, oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Boom, 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 boom.
There we go. I hit the wrong button.
All
I
right.
love that song. What a great song.
Yes, that's what I think one of the best songs ever written.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Ben
Yeah.
E. King. I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ben E. King.
Yeah, he passed away this past year, I think.
I
King.
think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he also write Ain't No Sunshine? Or was that another?
Bill Withers.
Bill Withers.
Bill Withers. That's
I always-
good. It's
I always
same
get
era.
those two. Yeah.
Oh,
I always
it's
get
the
those
same
two
era,
mixed up.
and yeah, lots of good music from that. So I guess next time we'll do that other song we had from that.
Ain't No Sunshine.
No,
Oh,
there's
sounds
another
good.
one, but yeah, we'll just have to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
we just
yeah,
would
maybe
love to
we'll
do
maybe
that.
we'll do a coffee on the porch.
Yeah.
Session. I
We're
think
up
I
for
wanna-
that. We could
I
be the
wanna do
first
Yeah.
among the firsts again.
That would be so much fun. Cool. All right.
Well,
Well, we're gonna go make breakfast,
Okay.
and it was nice to see you guys, and we'll see you again soon, and hopefully in person.
Yeah.
We're vaccinated. Well, Danielle's fully vaccinated. I've still got one more week to go, and then I'm fully vaccinated. So
Yeah. So maybe within a month or so we could be actually, because the weather has to warm up too.
the weather certainly. Who knows?
Who knows?
Up here. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe
It could
July.
snow again, but
We already had our 2 days of summer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
right, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much. Do you have coffee cups? Can we do a virtual cheers? I didn't
can.
even notice. Oh, yes.
Wonder Woman.
Peanuts gang.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Everybody
Thanks,
have a great
Todd.
day. We'll see you later.
Appreciate it.
Oh, that was so much fun. Yay. Cool. All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to do one more song. I'll do one more song and then are you ready for breakfast? Yeah. Let's do, is this a request for Danielle? Yeah, you want me to do this one? I'm doing a request for Danielle. Another day, staring at the wall, check another day off the calendar, punch another hole in my heart now, baby. Had the year-long blues. It's hard to keep faith when you feel so small. I don't know why I bother to charge my phone at all. Hey, baby, why don't you just call? Well, you've been bad, baby, now what do you want me to do? You've been bad, baby, now what are you putting me through? You've been bad, baby, now you don't even call. And I'm pacing the halls, yeah. Told me you'd be there through it all. It's been winter, spring, summer, and fall, and I've seen it all. But I ain't seen you. There are no logs in the fireplace, just ashes left over from the last time we embraced. It's cold in this house here without you. Well, you've been bad, baby, now what do you want me to do? You've been bad, baby, now what are you putting me through? You've been bad, baby, now you don't even call. And I'm pacing the halls. Yeah, told me you'd be there through it all. It's been a winter, spring, summer, and fall, and I've seen it all. I ain't seen you. Now you don't need to apologize, 'cause I am already starting to believe your lies. And I'm surprised you don't believe them too. Well, you've been bad, baby, now what do you want me to do? You've been bad, baby, now what are you putting me through? You've been bad, baby, now you don't even call. And I'm pacing the halls. Hey, you told me you'd be there through it all. It's been a winter, spring, summer, and fall, and I've seen it all. But I ain't seen you. You told me you'd be there through it all. It's been a winter, spring, summer, and fall. I've seen it all. But I ain't seen you. All right, that's the show. That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to Coffee with Todd. Thank you to my guests, Emily and Lynn. Looks like everything worked out with the brand new operating system here. So Coffee with Todd has gone up another production level. Pretty soon, I would assume that CBS will be picking us up.
There we go.
Now, we'd be on one of those networks that nobody gets. Yeah. Yeah, like From TV.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even think it's a thing, but that's the thing. What network's Coffee with Todd on? Oh, From. I don't get From. Nobody does. But he's on. Next week on the show, we have Wes. Oh my God, did I just forget his name? Collins. Is that his name? Oh my gosh. What's wrong with me? Yes, Wes Collins. Wes Collins will be on the show next week, which will be super cool. We saw him at how do I get rid of him? There we go. We saw him at Falcon Ridge Folk Festival in 2019. And he was my favorite one. They do a thing called the Emerging Artist Showcase, where 20 people maybe sing 2 songs, and he was my favorite one. And so I introduced myself to him. We've talked over the past couple of years a little bit. He's going to come on the show and introduce himself to you guys as well. So that's going to be super cool. We are going to go have some breakfast. So, until then, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Sundays are my favorite days because they involve coffee and spending time with you. So be safe, be well. We will see you next time right here on From TV. Now right here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, wherever you're watching. I appreciate it. Cheers, everybody. And thank you. Have a wonderful day. I love you.